What's with the power-ups?
Yo, what's a homeless rap about? I really want to know.
Drink all the fucking alcohol.
Maybe.
Me and myself are cool. I'm fucking your mom.
Suck me.
You are ugly. You're ugly.
He's probably in the bathroom. Yo, police, is this illegal? You don't have to spread your legs. You might just have to bend over.
Ash play.
A miniseries that came out on YouTube a couple years ago. And the guy was like in love with his dad.
Oh, the strange thing about the time.
We literally talk about that at least every 5 podcasts. Every 5 episodes we bring that shit up. Bro.
It's one of my favorite movies.
It's so good.
I bet it is.
Put that in your book.
That's the best line in the movie. You don't remember that? He's upstairs and he found out that his dad was like making a book about what he was going through and how his son was raping him. And his son found the book and he was like,
what
word.
the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And he fucked them, he raped them. And he said, put that in your book.
And then he threw the book at him. The father's like on the bathroom floor crying. Yeah, it was crazy, son.
And that's the part where his mom was like just listening to it happen.
Yeah.
Nah, that's wild.
His mom knew that.
But everyone was wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't mean to laugh, but that shit was hilarious, bro. And then he told him,
if my girl found out that my son was raping me, bro, she's gonna be like, yo, you're a faggot, bro.
That's her response.
Facts.
That's I don't think that's helpful.
Right, it's probably not, but like she's not gonna just turn a blind eye to it.
Yeah, she gonna react to it.
So you just let him? You just let him? Your son?
You a bitch ass nigga. You gay.
Oh my God.
I need both of y'all. Like,
speaking of movies, we saw some terrible movies last night.
Oh, I mean, terrible funny.
No.
We only saw one bad movie. I mean, then somebody put that weird shit on.
What weird shit?
Cannibal.
Holocaust Cannibal or something. Cannibal Holocaust, something like that.
Fuck,
yeah. It's some old 80s horror movie. Apparently, they were talking about it on LP on the left. And I don't even know where Matthew heard about it from. But
I think he said a YouTuber.
Oh, yeah, some YouTube guy that also told him to watch that weird-ass movie, The Outwaters.
Oh, The Outwaters.
No one ever go see that fucking movie.
Please don't.
Do not even waste your time or your money.
It was so confusing.
It was very confusing. Nothing was explained.
The shots were, like, irredeemable. You could not make out what you were looking at.
Just for background, this is a found footage movie.
I'm talking Blair Witch style.
Blair Witch facts.
And that shit was terrible because I don't know why they decided to have the smallest flashlight in the fucking world. But all you can see is a tiny little circle throughout the entire movie.
Make out anything you were looking at, bro. It was crazy.
Just mad screaming and blood and
noise,
nonsense, and it was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Funny enough, that's just right up some people's alleys. I don't know. Some people are just into that.
They like
into
that
shit.
Blood. Like,
yeah, that's why there's a whole gore. There's a whole gore genre.
Well, you talking about like gore porn?
That too.
Is that a thing?
Yeah,
fetishize porn.
Snuff films.
Is that really? I thought snuff films were just porn films in general. No, or is snuff films like a aggressive porn video?
Like entirely aggressive. Big.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh fuck.
You good?
He's trying to hold it in.
He's trying to hold back the transformation.
Speaking of snuff. Yeah.
No, we're not going to talk about it.
No, we can talk about it. We can talk about it right now.
Rapeman.
Oh my God. I can't even believe it's a real thing though. Apparently
my fucking idol, man.
Manga, when did it come out? In the 80s? Yeah. Oh, 89, I think. There was a comic called Rapeman. And he's a high school teacher by day.
Which is crazy.
And dispenses his own brand of justice by night. Through his Rapeman services.
Right. So he's a vigilante.
Right.
Of rape. A contract. No, he's not a vigilante because it's not like he's serving justice.
That's true. Yeah, he's just a contract raper.
He's just a contract raper.
So is it just portrayed as justice?
No, I mean, I guess it can be.
In his head.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't think so. If you're a contract anything, there's no justice involved. You just get paid to do something.
True. I mean, police are getting paid to serve justice.
Damn.
Are we deeming a lot of things that police do justice?
That's what they're supposed to do. I'm not saying that's what they do. That's what they're supposed to do. That's what they're paid for.
Right.
So that
I feel like they're just leveling out population.
Factual statement.
So he runs this business with his uncle. And his uncle actually is a former surgeon. He used to be a surgeon. I don't know why that's relevant, but his motto is...
I'm pretty sure he incorporates some of that into rape.
So his motto is righting wrongs through penetration.
This is so ridiculous.
Cheers to that.
This went on for like 14 volumes, bro. Like, it was like a hit, I guess.
Did they make a live action out of it?
They did. They allegedly made a live action out of it.
Wait.
I'm serious. I've never seen it, but apparently it's a live
I'm definitely
action.
going to check in with it.
See if you can find it.
All I saw was a cover, and I was like, this is fucking nefarious.
Yes, he wears a black leather ski mask that's shaped like a penis.
So, a gimp suit.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Grabs him by the mouth from the back.
And he never wears underwear.
How efficient.
Yes.
He's very good at his job.
He's always ready. He said that if the girl becomes unresponsive or enjoys it, he performs one of his special moves, like the M69 screwdriver.
This nigga got Keke Genkais, bro.
Yes, like he's
He'll turn to Super Saiyan.
Yeah, he has to make sure that it's not enjoyable. That's part of his contract.
Oh,
and he always fulfills his contract.
Right.
But my question is, what if Rapeman is hired to rape a man?
Yeah, what is?
I figured,
what's his policy?
The job doesn't, discriminate. Like, he's not doing it for his own pleasure. He's getting paid.
Well, yes.
Does Rapeman bust nuts?
I don't know.
Yeah,
is the contract not fulfilled if there is no nut busted? Or is it not fulfilled? How does that work? Are there stipulations?
Like, when they start crying?
When he's finished. There you go. So I guess maybe he does have to bust a nut. Or at least lose the erection.
Right.
I guess it's whatever the contract stipulates, right?
Exactly. Yeah, so we have no idea what the contract stipulates.
That's what he says when he comes.
I don't think that's what he says, but
that's how you know it's over.
Japan's
that's how you know it's over.
Japan's a weird ass place.
Right. Let's unpack that. Yeah. I want to know who's the guy that created this.
Right. Like, you can only do stuff like that in Japan. It's glorifying rape.
And he thought that this was a good idea.
But that's like a lot of like hentai.
Like the tentacle porn?
Yeah, they're getting raped. There's nothing consensual about any of these women having sex with tentacles.
They seem to like it, some of them at least.
I mean, right. It's not consent.
Consensual on consensual.
Right.
Maybe that's what they're playing into.
Non-consensual sex.
Let me see. It is a satirical black comedy manga. That's what they call it.
That's what they're calling it?
Yeah, yeah.
What a nice way to like kind of cover that up. Right?
It says that it was created by...
funny,
Keiko Aisaki. Let me see what this guy's deal is, man.
He's not built like a normal person.
Nah.
Right? I want to know what possessed him.
Watch him look like Andrew Tate.
Nah. He has really thick glasses. I can't.
It just says he's known for being the author of Rapeman.
Oh, so he's never done anything.
I don't think there's anything you can do after that. Like, what he's hiring you for anything,
He set a bar. You know?
I mean, he did.
He said something.
Wow, that bar's pretty high, bro.
All these pictures I'm looking at of Rapeman, he looks like Jason Voorhees or some shit. Like it's not even like the ski mask. It looks like a hockey mask.
Right. I mean, I wouldn't imagine someone who raped somebody, just who rapes people for money to look like a decent person. They have to look scary. To some degree.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Jason Master do it.
Yeah, there was an anime too.
Yeah,
This is crazy, bro.
When I get home.
Yo, you're wilding, bro.
Get my popcorn.
Popcorn.
They probably.
Rapeman!
You gotta get the cool, funky Japanese music in the background, so that way.
You think that's how Rapeman works? I'm pretty sure it's like melodic.
Well, like
No, it's gonna be some epic intro music and that happy.
like Barry White.
Like what?
Like Barry White.
No, like more like Death Note.
Death Note.
Yeah, something more like it's not gonna be upbeat. Like this is rape.
I get it, but like they might see it differently. Clearly, somebody saw it differently.
They say satiric. They know what they're doing.
What's satiric about rape?
Nothing. That's the point. But they're trying to cover it up. This is a dark series.
Yes, it is.
Nah, this is crazy. I can't believe this was even like allowed.
Who's gonna stop it?
Someone has to publish this, right? They have to review things before they
there
publish
was an
it?
editor, and there was a publisher.
Like
Two highly paid people signed off on this.
yeah,
And they were like,
and the live who was like, yo, let's make a film.
Live action.
yo,
Well,
we probably published it first, and then the shit did good. So they were like, yo, I think we know our next option is, guys.
But you have to get to the point to publish it first off. And somebody said, yeah, this is a good fucking idea.
Right? Have you ever watched any hentai, bro?
Yes.
It had
but
a 2-episode
It's literally
OVA.
just like
But that's that genre of, like, that's expected. This is supposed to be comedy, and this is not funny.
They just say it's going to be because they don't want, they want people to know.
About Rape Man? Nah, this is crazy, bro. Japan's full of some weird niggas. Anyway, speaking of
vigilantes,
yeah, I want to talk about Phoenix Jones, yo.
Phoenix fucking Jones, man.
We have a real life superhero in Seattle
Super.
who I guess also takes his own brand of justice and beats the shit out of people.
Is that what he does?
Well, he's still alive, so I'm assuming he has to be winning at least some of these fights.
Is he fighting? Like, or is he just like, hey, stop, don't do that?
No, they actually the police had an issue with him the first time he started doing it because they were like, he beat 2 people up because he said he was trying to break up a fight, but then they said after further investigation they realized there was no fight.
He was just fucking niggas up.
Or maybe it was like a disagreement and he took it out of context,
Like,
maybe.
stop yelling at each other.
Yeah, and they were like, what?
They're like, you don't mind your business, Jax.
So he's just jumping out of alleyways.
Yeah, he probably does parkour, yo.
And he has a signature vehicle.
No, but he has a costume.
It's a Prius.
It's a free.
What's the costume?
It looks like
Is it like some purple latex shit?
no, it's black and gold. Like,
oh, this nigga like really is confident.
yeah, hold on, let me pull it up for you. This nigga looks stupid though. Look. That's the
This nigga looks like gold dust.
Yes. Yes, he looks like gold dust from fucking wrestling, yeah.
Is this him too?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's his hair. He's got like a crazy
So
high
how
top
the fuck
fade.
you put it down under that shit?
I don't know. That's a good question. His fade is crazy.
I typed him in. It literally says Phoenix Jones, American mixed martial artist. Like he's very well known on Google. Like,
Yeah, he's a superhero.
They
bro.
got his age, his height. They got everything.
He got stats?
Yeah, he has stats. He said he's stopped over 100 criminals. That's what he said.
They even have his brother's name. Like, he's
Yeah, 'cause
34.
He has a band of superheroes. It's not just him. They have a
He has a league?
Yes. He has a league, yo.
Phoenix Jones
This
is
nigga
an American
Superman?
real-life
Yes.
superhero. Initially wearing a ski mask and intervened in a public assault. Fodor. Okay. Fodor later developed a full costume and adopted Phoenix Jones as a pseudonym.
Yeah,
This nigga
Fodor's
has-
his real name.
This nigga has a fucking wiki, bro.
They said his armor cost $10K,
His
bro.
armor?
Yes.
Armor?
His
This nigga got vibranium?
armor. He has armor.
No.
It's bulletproof.
Who's funding this?
It's
nigga,
probably
bro?
a
Word.
Kevlar. He probably took a bunch of money he probably saved up from doing whatever.
Born
He
Benjamin
can't be
John
doing nothing else if he
Francis.
just walking around
This nigga
fucking
has
people up.
4 names.
What is
Benjamin
it?
John Francis Fodor.
You see,
Right.
you
And
can
this
never
nigga
trust a
has
nigga with
been,
4 names. I've been saying that all my life.
From 2011 until its dissolution in 2014, Jones was the leader of Rain City Superhero Movement,
Told you.
RCSM, a Seattle, Washington-based citizen patrol group that described itself as a crime prevention brigade.
Crime prevention brigade.
Hold up. Whoever wrote this wiki is using a bunch of fluff words. They have a Justice League.
Basically.
Known for, this nigga really has a wiki, bro. Nationality, American. Occupations, costume vigilante, WSOF fighter, mixed martial artist. Known for confronting alleged lawbreakers while dressed in a superhero costume.
Yeah. You know what? You want to hear his
Jones-
origin story?
Yeah, please,
The
please.
best way to prevent getting mistaken for a criminal by the police is to wear a super suit.
You said super suit?
Super quote.
Super suit.
Although local police have expressed concern that the strange costumes may lead to emergency calls from citizens who mistake the superheroes for criminals, Jones says all the members of Rain City Superhero Movement have a military or mixed martial arts background. Bro, y'all really gotta be like sucking yourselves off. Like, this is like some pompous shit to do, bro.
This is some
Yeah.
South Park shit.
100%. This is coon. This is like coon.
Yes.
Coon man.
Yeah, like Jones is a mixed martial artist signed to a World Series of Fighting, where he has fought at 2 catch weights, which included fighting his older foster
That's
brother.
probably how he
He's
gets
a
his
foster
money.
child on top of this. This nigga has an origin story, bro.
He does.
Yo,
He
which
does.
included fighting his older foster brother, UFC Strike Force, and one championship fighter, Carlos Fodor, which is his brother.
Oh, his brother was a UFC fighter?
Strike Force and one championship.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
Yo, I can literally like this a lot. I can read a lot.
I'm gonna tell you his origin story.
He has press coverage, bro.
He said him and his son.
This nigga has press coverage. And there's at least 13 bullet points right here, bro. Like, no.
real. He
Like,
said him and his son
It's
were
one
walking.
thing it being fucking real, and then it's being like
It's
a
real.
fucking thing.
It's real. He said him and his son were walking in a parking lot or something, and somebody broke into his car.
Mm-hmm.
So there was glass on the floor, and he said his son cut himself on the broken glass. And ever since then, he vowed to never have any harm come to his son ever again. And that's why he became a superhero.
This nigga's fucking delusional, bro. Like, he's suffering from some sort of mental illness. The fact that he takes himself this serious.
No, he does.
Like, yo, arrest record. Seattle City Attorney Pete Holmes has called Jones a quote-unquote deeply misguided individual.
Oh, shit.
Like, his city is not fucking with him, bro.
I see that.
In October 2011, Jones was arrested for investigation of assault after using pepper spray to break up an alleged fight. He spent approximately 7 hours in jail before posting the $3,800 bail. No charges were filed, and the case was dropped later that month. Jones appeared in court wearing a black and gray striped shirt over his supersuit. On October 13, 2011.
This nigga walked into the court
With
looking
his
like
super suit on,
fucking
yeah.
Marvin Martian when he fades into a suit.
This nigga is delusional, bro.
Yo.
A court officer asked Jones to remove his mask, and he complied. Putting the mask back on after the hearing, Jones then spoke with reporters and removed his mask again to reveal his identity. We all know who you are, bro.
There's a war. They had
to
to
reveal
warrant.
his identity.
Fodor stated that he would continue patrolling the city. I will continue to patrol with my team, probably tonight. In addition to being Phoenix Jones, I have also been Fodor. Father, brother, I am just like everybody else. That's the problem here.
Yes.
That's the main problem here. The only difference is that I try to stop crime in my neighborhood and everywhere else. Everywhere else?
That's
I think
crazy.
I have to look toward the future and see what I can do to help the city. Like, yo,
Or you could just not.
be a cop.
Word.
For all of that, yeah.
Actually, no, don't be a cop. I don't trust him with a weapon.
Yeah, actually, yes. A man like that, I definitely would not trust him
with a weapon.
Yes.
Yo,
He has a utility belt.
He does.
his fighting name is Fear the Flat Top.
Fear the flat top, bro.
Bruh.
His fate is something serious, though.
It is. Looking like one of them cartoons you flip them over and erase
His
the
mixed
fucking
martial
mark-
arts
fucking page.
record is 11 fights, 7 wins. 1 by knockout, 4 by submission, 2 by decision, 3 losses.
Not bad.
So he's not unbeatable.
And all his losses are by decision.
But I mean, the average person could be in a crime. He probably could fuck the shit out. Like, fuck them
Probably.
up.
Yeah, yeah.
He ain't get knocked out.
Right.
Yo, this is
But that doesn't mean he can't be.
I'm trying to see if he fought anybody I ever heard of.
I mean, he's only had 11 fights, right?
Yeah, probably not nobody to be.
Well, what weight class was he in?
Walter.
Oh, so he's not even like a big guy.
But it's not, I think the most saturated weight class is middleweight.
Yeah, what's welter, like 150?
Yeah. 120, 150?
Let me see, welterweight.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
crazy.
it's like-
This thing's like this was like
Welterweight is like 165 to 170, like around there.
Mm.
this
So
was
it's
over
not-
10 years ago.
Yeah.
This is like at the height of like Marvel Avengers and shit.
You
So
think
he's
that's where
inspired.
he's like got the idea?
He's inspired.
He's inspired, or he watches too much comics and shit?
Probably.
So
Yeah.
he's influenced.
Yeah,
He's
not
influenced.
inspired, influenced. Yeah, severely influenced.
He's also delusional. He's definitely misguided.
Now, statistically, is he helping? That's the real question.
I don't know. He says he stopped over
Pepper
100
spraying
criminals,
niggas.
but the police sound like they're annoyed with him.
Cause he's not. I don't think he's like helping prevent certain. He's like intervening in like minor crimes.
That's
That's
what
a
it sounds
hope.
like.
That's a hope.
Like 2 people fighting ain't nothing to fucking write home about.
True. 100%.
Mind
But that's
their
one
business.
less.
Most cops mind their business if they see 2 people fighting.
Yeah,
But is that the part of the problem? They don't fully follow their duties. And
Yes.
I think
I
police
mean,
should.
police are just manipulators, bro.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Like they don't care about crime, bro.
Like
They just care about fake crime.
80% of their fucking training is manipulation.
Right. How can I get this nigga to surrender his keys to me?
How can I get this nigga out of his car and me in it? How can I get into this nigga's house? How can I take this nigga's money?
that's true.
Somebody screaming. You heard that? No, I didn't hear that, officer.
You smell that? It smells like alcohol in here. It smells like weed in here.
Does it?
Okay, nigga?
This is black ice, bro. What are you talking? Nah. Gotta read just your fucking air fresheners. Just don't say nothing about weed or alcohol, sir. I don't know what you're talking about. This is black ice.
Yeah,
But yeah, moral of the story, don't give him any excuses.
that's true. Yeah. Well, he's giving them a lot of excuses, and the crazy thing is that he ended up going to jail.
How long?
For selling Molly. Yes.
So this
He
nigga's
was
a
selling
super-
Molly with his
So
girlfriend.
not Justice League, but League of Villains.
Yes, he was a trader. He was a double trader, bro.
What if he was just trying to perform a sting operation?
He wasn't.
What if he was just doing
entrapment?
They hit him with the entrapment. They had somebody text him and be like, "Yo," because they got wind that he sell drugs, and they had somebody text him and meet up, and he went, got in a car, gave him $500 worth of Molly, and then was like, "Yo." Like he was like bragging about himself. He was like, "Yo, I'm like famous. Like you could Google me. Like look me up." Type thing. Like I'm a real superhero type thing.
That sounds drugs.
Yes.
This nigga's fucking delusional. Bro.
Yes. Yes, that's exactly what happened.
I wonder how he's doing now.
Word.
Let's see. Where's Phoenix Jones now? He's probably chilling, bro. It says Phoenix Jones, leader of the Rain City superhero.
He has a website?
No, it says he has retired, bro.
Of course he did, because he was gonna fucking like be like, "Oh, that's my superhero." The nigga who sells mouths. Like,
He said he was on a podcast. He said, "My whole life has been about making a balance. And I've seen a lot of stuff on the street. In the end, there is no balance." I guess he was like, "Fuck it," like I've already devoted myself to helping the streets, and it doesn't get any better. So whatever, I'm just, if you can't beat them, join them, kind of thing.
Well, hopefully he helped in his time of service. I struggle to trust the judgment of the police. So
that as well. They're probably out here just trying to sabotage his man.
Well, I mean, if there really was no fight, he's out here beating the shit out of people.
then that's a problem. That's 100%
a problem. Yes,
that's 100%.
Then he doesn't need to be on the streets.
Yeah, 100%.
I wonder if there's been any other superheroes besides him.
Word. I feel like that's something that would happen in New York, and I feel like that's never happened.
Or vigilantes. Oh.
I know in Vancouver, I think, there was a man going around actively killing pedophiles.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, well, delivering his own brand of justice.
Yeah.
Now that's a superhero I can get behind.
Right. Exactly.
Well, he was just going on the registry, like, you know how you could look up pedophiles in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Oh, but you can't use that as
that's what he was using.
You could get on the registry for peeing in front of a school.
That's what he was using.
Oh, nah, that's okay.
Right, you gotta pin what? Like,
yeah, it doesn't tell you what crimes they've done, right? It just tells you that.
So I know only a few states show, but since it's Vancouver, different country, I don't know how they do their registry.
Oh, okay. Actually, there are a lot of vigilantes. This is like a thing from the Alaskan Avenger.
Alaska? Well, I mean, there's a lot of drunks in Alaska.
The Revenge Mother. That's wild. People really feel this way. I want to know about the Alaskan Avenger.
What is he?
He beat up sex offenders.
Not mad at that. Not mad at that.
I don't know if he's out here beating them to death, but he's beating
I kind of wouldn't be mad at that if he knew for a fact this person is a sex offender.
right.
Marianne Bachmeier, Germany's revenge mother who shot her daughter's killer.
Okay.
Well, I guess that's...
Does that make her a superhero? Nah.
Well, she's a vigilante. She got justice for her daughter's death.
Yeah.
Took it into her own hands.
Yo, like that guy from Queensbridge that found out this dude like raped his daughter or whatever.
Oh,
and he like chopped him up and like chopped him
yeah.
in that incinerator.
Yeah.
The cops caught him. But they didn't give him crazy time for what
You don't remember that?
he dismembered this person.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Some Puerto Rican cat.
I mean,
They did an SVU episode of that shit.
I get like murdering him, but like dismembering
like
him.
he murdered him, and then he like, let me get rid of his body. Like he did dismember him, but got caught doing it.
He was
I feel like,
and they made a case for him. He's home. He's not like locked up. I think he did like 10 years.
That's wild.
Right.
But see, that's the thing. It's the dismemberment. Something about doing that.
personal.
Yeah, not just that, but it's like you have to like
and
have a certain mindset to be able to do that.
Crazy.
Yes.
So, I mean, I think I can dismember somebody in the sound mind.
Nah.
I'm not even gonna be able to chop a finger off. Right now.
And put your hand right here. Let me show you guys something.
I would be able to kill someone. I mean, I had to sit with myself before joining the military. Like, if shit really popped off, am I actually?
Will you be able to?
Yeah, and I think I sat with myself for like a week, and I was like, yeah, shouldn't be.
That people are crazy, bro.
I think it'd be easier to shoot someone.
Yeah,
definitely,
100%.
most certainly.
100%.
But stabbing is personal. It really, like, you really gotta get in there.
I don't know exactly how he killed him. I just know that he did.
Yeah.
But, you know, the fact that you guys are like desensitized murder is crazy.
If you had to.
That shouldn't be a reason. I've been gone my whole life. I haven't had to murder anyone.
Of course.
Not yet.
100%.
I don't think I
God forbid you get drafted.
drafted.
Yeah, that's a big possibility.
For weird.
China, Russia,
I'm American, sir.
North Korea.
This is what you signed up for.
I signed up for this?
Yeah.
Yes. Being a citizen.
When I was born?
Yes.
Being born, I signed up for this?
Yes.
I'm American citizen.
You're an able-bodied male.
Able? I am. That's what you fucked up.
That's a stretch. That's a big ass reach.
Able?
I am not. I am mentally unhinged, sir. I am not the guy you went up there. So,
I'm sorry you could dodge.
why is this nigga skipping rocks? That's not water, bro. I'm not right, bro. Do not put me up there to kill me.
Well, you got to be under 35,
and that makes me
right?
think about like how we glorify certain people in our culture, like Keith Wrong. I'm like
Yeah.
I like how everyone's like, oh fuck Charleston White because he says all this shit, and he's like, oh, he'll call the cops on people or whatever and stuff like that. And I'm like you understand that his enemies are people that just murder people to murder people, right?
Yeah.
Like King Kong's not a stand-up person; he just murders people.
That's true.
Like, why?
He murdered like 3 people, right?
Like, why would you want to glorify that? Like, I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. And it's like, and I look at a lot of people who talk about it, and it's like, y'all not those type of people anyway. So why y'all like doubling down on it?
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, what are we doing here?
It's because what we consume is
weird. I think it's weird.
100%, but what we consume is that violence. So everybody,
has
bro.
A violent culture, bro.
Everybody.
I love the music.
Yeah, the music, the movie, the game.
That shit weird, bro. That shit is like super weird. Like niggas like, yo, Vaughn should have never died. Yes, he should.
Yeah.
Yes, he should.
Karma's a bitch.
Should have died. Like
Karma's a bitch.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Like when unhinged murderers die or go to jail. Like, oh nah, that's fucked up. What?
Because they believe that everyone should have, equal rights. Even if you did murder someone.
No, that's not what equal rights are. Dying and going to jail is part of those equal rights.
Right. Now you serve your sentence. And whatever sentence you got, that's what you get. Some people murder people and get out and like.
These niggas was getting off on these charges and shit like that. And it's like, y'all glorifying that. Like, no, people are murdered. It's unhinged murder.
They're willing to take someone's life.
King Kong was like, he got beat up in the park. Oh, but that nigga's dead now. He got beat up, so he had to die. That's crazy. It's not normal.
That is crazy.
Like, Oh,
But niggas do that shit every day.
And also, these people come. I mean, we've grown up in areas like that too, but like, what they dealt with is 10 times worse than anything we've dealt with. So they coming from a different aspect in life that only knows violence.
well, we're not. I'm not about to normalize it.
I don't know if it's normalizing or recognizing where it comes from.
I'm not about to sit here and make King Von a victim. But
No, definitely not a victim. He's a product of his environment.
right.
Yes.
I don't know.
He said,
I don't know. If you don't got the money, ain't nothing changing.
You don't have to be able to that. You can play video games. That's what I did.
Niggas, a lot of these niggas don't got money to play video games.
They got money to get guns.
That's true.
Because you think about it. Is what's going to make you money? A gun or a video game?
A job.
What if you can't get a job?
Why not?
You don't have a birth certificate. You don't have your social security. You don't have a
Those are
vehicle.
free things to get.
You don't have a vehicle. I don't know. I really don't think it's that simple.
I really don't think it's that hard.
If you could buy a gun, you could buy a bike.
Very true. But what's going to fully make you money?
You thinking for the top dollar, because actually a lot of people can't survive off of a McDonald's salary.
That's very true.
Yeah. Especially if you live in New York.
But you can make efforts with it.
Yeah, you could.
Right.
Some people work like 5 jobs
Right.
just to stay afloat.
Right.
So, do they want to? No. Is it much easier to just give you this rock and you give me like $100?
But that's also another crazy thing, bro. People
Yeah.
associate like selling drugs with violence. It doesn't have to be that.
Very true.
It doesn't have to,
But the
but
government-
sometimes it
There
gets
are
violent.
drug dealers out there who are like very nice people, have
100%.
very nice clientele.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Wow, Henry,
Most
crazy.
I said his last name.
I don't even know who that is. Like,
most of the drug game is not violent at the end of the supply line. It's the beginning, because that's where all the money is. Money is always going to bring violence.
I guess.
Yeah. People are greedy. And then you got the whole people, why are you selling it on my block? Why are you doing this over here? Oh, like power.
Capitalizing on the market.
Capitalizing on the market.
Capitalism.
That's the life we live. Oh, this is the Alaskan Avenger. So his name is Jason Vukovich. I don't know if he's Russian or... So it says he was born in Alaska in 1975, so he's American. He was adopted by his mother's new husband, Mr. Larry Fulton. And Fulton was a very religious man. And he used his nightly prayer sessions to molest Vukovich. Oh, so he was molested. So that's why he doesn't like sex offenders.
He was very religious and a molester.
This is nothing new.
This is
Come on.
Catholicism.
Like, this is nothing new. So that's probably why he hates sex offenders. So
Yo, why is molesting children so deeply rooted in Catholicism?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I feel like I read an article on this, and I don't. It's like right there. I don't remember shit.
Does it have something to do with so at some point they weren't able to like have sex or
No. Not at some point they aren't.
Yeah, you're not allowed. You have to be celibate.
Yeah, but I'm saying before, back when the church ruled everything, I don't think they really gave a fuck what they did. But at some point they probably had to say, because y'all out here fucking too many bitches, y'all have to stop. And you can't have sex at all.
Is that how it happened?
I'm pretty sure that's how it happened.
I don't know.
Back when the church ruled everything, you don't think they were having sex and doing all that shit? Like,
Sex is always going to be here, but was the rule always there? Is the question. I thought it was always there.
I don't think it was always there, bro.
Like, we know it's there now, and they're still fucking these little boys.
Why little boys?
Maybe they're the ones who normally work in the church.
Yeah.
Like
Boys-
the prayer boys and the...
Boys also don't tell.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Spoken from experience.
Oh, I'm talking about
I keyed.
Hold up. A brief history of clerical celibacy. So
I feel like we've talked about this before.
I feel like we have too, right?
I feel like we just talk about stuff and never reach like any like solid foundation. And we just like, all right, we spoke about it.
Is this a movie? It says in a scene that wouldn't be amiss in there's a show on Netflix called The Two Popes. A standoff between the current Pope Francis and his predecessor, Benedict the 16th, is playing out across the world. The pontifical sticking point is the sexual relations of priests or lack thereof. So in his forthcoming book, the Pope, the first retired Pope to relinquish office in more than 600 years, hence his retired title, Cardinal Robert Sarah issued a warning against relaxing the rules on Catholic priesthood as the rainforest runs dry of some priests in some remote South American areas. What the fuck is this about?
Are they like saying people don't want to become priests because they don't want to stop having sex? So
I mean,
they want
what's
to
up?
like be like, yo, they can have sex. We just need more priests.
So it says the universal requirement to celibacy was imposed upon the clergy with force in 1123. So that long ago.
1123 is like an actual time period. I
Yes.
just thought we started making up time.
You started at 1.
What's year one?
BC, I guess 0 BC, 1 BC. And then it went on.
When does one start?
Technically,
I don't even know. When did the
After
calendar
death.
system start?
Right. That's my point.
It didn't start when the earth started, so
Right.
it's probably, a lot older than that.
I mean, we have technology.
Oh, this rule is being challenged now
What's the rule?
that they have to be
Celibacy.
celibate.
And they're challenging that.
Yeah, I guess they want to change it. They don't want to be celibate anymore.
I mean, it's not like they were anyway.
How do you know that, though? Maybe some of them actually did
Maybe
follow
some of them
the...
did, but the ones who didn't want to didn't.
Well, they're still priests, aren't they?
Right. They just move them
Move them where?
to another place.
What, another church?
Yeah.
So then what's the point of the rule?
Bro, they gotta protect each other.
It's the powers that be that started the calendars. Julius Caesar in 45 BC had a 12-month calendar.
Right. I'm okay with that. But like, when did year one start? Or is
45 years before that.
this like 2023 AD?
Yeah, technically.
Okay. So it started as soon as Jesus Christ died. That's year one.
So when does AD start?
Right.
Oh, so it says the
Okay,
universe...
we have before Christ, after death. What about during?
What was that, for like an hour? So it
I'm
says...
pretty sure the explanation of time is very simple.
Yeah.
And I'm just like making it more difficult in my head.
Because you're asking difficult questions.
I just don't know.
The universal requirement to celibacy was imposed upon the clergy with force in 1123. But those decrees reflected a much longer tradition in the church in which the self-imposed discipline of asceticism, which is including sexual continence, poverty, and abstinence, became the defining characteristics of piety and of the priesthood.
Wait, poverty?
Piety.
We also said poverty. What's piety?
piety, your portrayal of godliness, holiness.
Oh, okay.
So it says this view was first challenged in the 16th century.
Your restraint.
Okay.
So they waited a couple hundred years before they were like, we don't want to do that anymore.
Right. What's the purpose?
The Protestant church's markedly different view of the priesthood and rejection of priestly celibacy allowed both the ordination of married men and the marriage of those already in holy orders.
Okay. That makes sense.
Right.
Because why can't they get married? They're holy people.
Right. So, whatever their views on the rest of Protestant theology, those priests who chose to take wives were making a visible statement against the Catholic Church. That statement was not always welcomed by more conservative congregations for whom a married priest was an unwelcome symbol of religious change. The legislation of clerical marriage in England in 1549 did little to protect clergy wives from being denounced in the streets as whores and concubines. That's crazy.
I got married. Like,
Right.
So because
what
you're
do
not,
you want from me?
so because you're not married, you're looked at as a hoe.
No, they're
because
married to holy men.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're looked at
Because they're not supposed to be married.
okay.
They're not supposed to be with anybody.
Like not only am I married, so how am I a whore? But I'm also married to like the holiest of that.
Right.
Like, give me a break.
You can't win either way.
I always want to be jealous and stuff.
So, Martin Luther, the founding father of the German Reformation, wrote that his much satiricized marriage to a former nun made the angels laugh and the devils weep. He married a nun? Well, a former nun.
Can't be a nun if you're married.
Right. What's with them being against like marriage? Like, I don't understand.
Too much dick and pussy make you
But it's just one.
less connected to God.
What?
What?
This is the only way. This is the only way to keep our species
Alive.
According to Catholicism, you need to be
So wouldn't that be going against them?
semen
religion
retention.
Is the fucking weirdest thing.
Semen retention.
Semen retention.
Religion is weird, bro.
Factual statement.
Yo, that's crazy. Well, speaking of touching little boys, there was a article I wanted to read about some teacher that allegedly had sex with her daughter's 6-year-old boyfriend 300 times.
Wow.
300 times.
I mean,
I didn't catch that number. I actually didn't catch that number.
300 times.
When you say it like that, it kind of tries to like make it sound bad, but like, who's keeping count?
They are.
The fact that you did it once is like, all right.
One of them.
How many times have you ever had sex with your girlfriend, Henry?
I think they just want to emphasize that they fucked a lot.
Yeah, but
it wasn't just one.
That doesn't matter.
Well, it kind of makes it sound a lot worse. So
if we had sex once, we had sex a million times.
I mean,
I guess
it's like I just feel like it's over. Like you're trying to oversell this.
Yeah.
I mean,
relax.
You committing the crime that many times.
Oh, that's right, because he's 16.
Yeah. And she's 45.
She's wild. She just wanted to get her group back.
She's 45. And she's hit. She's not even like an attractive.
Of course, you gotta take what you can get at that.
But it's usually like the hot teachers. You know?
Right. You'd think it would be, but it's not.
He was probably like, I need some ass, bro.
They took her into custody for 2nd-degree rape and sexual battery charges.
Oh, she's a beat on this little boy?
I don't know.
You could make the argument that it's battery, sexual battery.
They've been fucking for 5 years.
Yeah.
Oh, for 5 years, so he's 11.
Or maybe, no, he's 21 now. So this was...
so you got to stop counting after he turned 17 now.
I mean, do you though?
Yeah.
She's like significantly older than him though.
Right.
It's weird at that point.
We do, if the gap is not out of the legal range, I feel like we don't make that argument.
There's not a legal range in gaps. It's only age.
Agreed. I'm just saying. When
like a gap isn't like the law.
100%.
It's not like you can't have sex with someone who's 20 years older than you. That's not the law. The law is like you can't have sex with anybody at any certain age if you're under the, what is it?
Age of consent.
The age of consent. Right.
Yeah. That's the law.
So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if they only had sex 50 times while he was 16, why would we say 3?
Well, we also don't know what the age of consent is in Oklahoma because that's what it is.
I mean, we can. That's not hard. Like, that's good. That's not like secret knowledge. I mean, we can figure that out.
Age of consent in Oklahoma.
Pretty sure it's 14.
It's actually 16.
So there's no rape going on over here. He's good. She's good.
Well, it says sexual battery. She could have been beating the shit out of him. We don't know that.
I mean,
even if there's no physical harm, you can still make that argument.
Right. And who's making this? Like somebody else?
Well, it says
charges. I'm pretty sure he didn't press charges after 5 years.
It says detectives started investigating the. She's the cheer coach at the school.
Right.
I don't know if she's an actual teacher, but
I mean, maybe she's breaking some kind of law with the school or some shit like that.
100%. It's gotta be.
But if he's.
Oh no, he's saying this.
Oh, good for him.
He said.
But what if he's doing it like revenge, like vengefully?
For what?
Like, he found out she got like another man. He was just like,
I mean,
fuck this bitch.
We'll never know.
Yeah, he can't call Rapeman.
Oh my god!
So he just called the police.
Yeah.
I guess it's vengeful, but I mean, it's still the right thing to do.
Not if you consented, though.
If you're underage, you can't consent.
We just confirmed that he wasn't.
He said detectives started investigating after the victim, now 21, leveled the rape accusations against her. So he told investigators that she first approached him in 2017 when he was a sophomore and he was dating her daughter.
Oh, she's wild.
Right? That's bold as fuck.
Wild.
Now, I heard someone say that. Like, this Midwest shit is weird. Like, somebody I know out in the Midwest said that. Like,
they smashed somebody's mom?
Like, somebody's mom smashed their ex, like, multiple times. And it was like how is this even happening?
Right. That's crazy.
I was just listening to her, like, this is weird. Like, the Midwest is something else.
The air is different over there.
He alleges that he had sex with her at her home almost every day during his lunch break for his entire sophomore and junior year.
So he went there.
Yeah. Or she told him come through. And he was like, okay, maybe he felt like he couldn't say no.
I don't know.
So he told cops that they had, he was counting because he said they had sex more than 300 times between 2017 and 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And he provided authorities with text messages and including ones where she said, she would allegedly become enraged when he was observing other females.
Like
so she was jealous. Yeah, right.
That's our girlfriend, right?
There's got to be some type of Bermuda Triangle shit happening in the Midwest or something, because even me driving across was from California to here. That was it was weird. From Utah to freaking Ohio. It was just weird.
Makes sense.
When she was questioned by detectives, she allegedly denied the allegations, but later she was like, yeah, all right, I did that. Like, she copped to it.
I did that shit.
Yeah, she first denied being in a sexual relationship with him, and then she admitted that she made a mistake, and she began crying and admitted to having been in a sexual relationship with him. And she said she talked about his age at the time they became sexual, which was 16, and how their relationship would seem odd or inappropriate to other people. She was immediately fired after the allegations. I don't think I need to tell you that.
I would hope so.
Yeah, I don't think I need to tell you that. That's fucking crazy, bro.
One more crazy Midwest story.
You know what's wild though? I feel like you never hear about that really happening in like black schools.
I feel like a parent would murder a teacher.
Probably. Well, I also don't think that a lot of them would say anything. Like if you found out one of your homies smashed a teacher, you'd be like, "Yo, that's crazy."
Like Miss.
Well, are you gonna be like, "Yo"?
One of our high school teachers. One of our high school teachers.
Unless it was like the librarian, it's like I'm clapping cheeks.
Right. But are you gonna sit here and be like, telling the world that you clap? I mean, you might tell two of your close friends, but are you going to tell the entire world and jeopardize, like,
hell no?
You know, you're gonna want to smash again,
Right? I mean, that's what you think.
You don't think so?
But I mean, like, as men, are we like made to feel like, you know, like if we have sex, like that's like, you know, you should be thankful. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
I think we are made to feel that way. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, like, you know, like we can't say, oh, like that's right. Like, you should be thankful you having sex. Like most of them are gonna tell you no anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
So like, I don't know, kind of like, you know, we desensitized to being right. If it wasn't there, like, you know,
as a man,
as a man, like you probably had sex with a couple of women that you don't find attractive, but it was just like, all right, like he said yes. So what are my other options here?
Go home and jerk off.
I think though it's more so
like is
the
relationship.
relationship.
Has a girl ever like really tried to have sex with you, like really attracted to her, but you just said fucking at one point? Is that rape?
Nah.
No. Because it's consensual on both ends.
Yeah. But if a woman's, right. So
are you saying my consent
like
is being coerced?
Right. If you were being like, if a woman was being persistent with you and you back down, that's not right.
And I said no, I don't want to do it.
No, if I say no, yeah, it is.
But then like she tried to get tomorrow.
Oh, so like she tried it over and over and over.
Right.
That's just like, persistence, though. She hasn't done anything.
A woman can say that's right.
Nah, that's pushing it. That's pushing it.
That's rape by coercion.
No. Nothing happened. I'm just talking to you.
Yeah.
Until she says it.
I think rape by coercion is more so, one, drugs. Two,
not necessarily true.
Yes. If
like I convinced
somebody,
you to do it and we did it.
Alcohol or
right, but I'm like
taking the hat off without telling somebody.
That's not coercion.
I mean, that's just straight up.
Yeah.
That's just straight up our word. But I mean, it is.
Yeah, he's stupid, son.
But I don't think asking over and over and over again.
Yeah,
I think at minimum that's harassment.
Yeah, that's definitely harassment.
I've seen like people say this.
Yeah, that's
a stretch.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, and that hurts the cause.
Mm.
That hurts the cause for women that are actually being assaulted, or people being assaulted in general.
That's a fact. You can get raped in Paris.
So yes, if you tell a woman, no, it's a no.
Yeah,
if that's what you really want. Yeah.
And then if y'all still end up having sex, then it's rape. Because you didn't want to.
She ignored your no.
But nobody can make me sex.
Okay.
I can't.
Just like, all right, whatever.
So not you. So a regular guy.
Right. What if that right there? I'm saying, all right, whatever, fuck it. Just fucking me. Like, all right.
It can be.
That's my point.
Okay, I see what you said.
So what if she had the blicky on her and she was like, "Yo, lay down, or I'm gonna blow your shit off."
Here's why a woman can
Way too
say.
many action. I'm gonna risk it. I've watched Jason Statham too many times to not try. I'm flipping this gun around.
I understand where you're coming from now. A woman can say that because there is that fear of
He's
physical
bigger and
assault.
stronger than me. Yeah, he might.
Yeah.
He could.
Right.
Beat
So,
that.
So they can say that because of that reason.
so I can't say that.
Not all the time. Now, if you get assaulted by a freaking 6'8",
Rasputia.
200-pound woman, yeah, you might be in danger.
Yo, is that body shaming her?
No, she's 6'8", 200 pounds.
I'm scared of her. What if I'm scared of short people?
Then you just have an irrational fear.
Yeah.
That's not rational. Short people are nimble.
So
I'm slow.
yeah, but you're
That's
bigger.
your own fault.
Are you? That's not body positive.
You presented it as an issue, so it's a fault.
If you grab a hold of them, there's no way that they're like,
They're slippery.
You take them up off the ground.
What the fuck is that? A Harlem Shake, bro? Why you doing
Yeah,
that?
that's how they get out.
They haul them shake
They
up.
shake.
They shake out. They're like, oh, fuck. They secrete sweat and stuff.
Shorter people secrete more sweat.
No, they're just better at it.
They're just better. They more efficiently
Yeah.
secrete sweat,
Mm.
making themselves slippery. So is this sweat more slippery?
I mean, liquids make things slippery, yes.
I mean, some liquids are more slippery.
Right. They're not sweating oil.
All right.
Oh my god.
I can't wait to see the peer review paper on this theory.
Look, man, I'm just saying, dude. Like, just because, like, I'm scared of short people doesn't mean everyone has to be scared of short people. Because I know things that other people may not know.
It's true. That's why you have to
So-
let the masses know.
I mean, to watch out.
Watch out for
Short people.
Watch out for short. What is the height range?
So Randy Newman had it right when he said short people got nobody. You never heard that song? Short people got nobody. Same dude that made the Toy Story song. They came at him because he was talking about dwarves.
Short people have no body, like what?
He was saying that they have nobody to love because they're short.
No, that's not true.
But that's what he said.
Just because I'm scared of them don't mean I won't love them.
Oh, wait, hold up.
So OnlyFans little person.
Are we talking about midgets? No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about like generally small people.
What is the height range we're talking about?
Like I'm talking about like generally just short people, not like people who like
I thought we were talking about small
This
people.
Word.
Yes.
like no,
Yes.
like no. That's not
You already said it. Dwarves are slippery. He said it. You heard it,
I
You
never
heard it
said
here
dwarves.
first.
you heard it here
I never
first.
said dwarves. I meant like short, like just generally. Short.
What is the height range? What is short?
I don't want to have this conversation anymore.
like 4 feet.
You guys are
Under
gonna give me
4
a
feet.
tab.
But I feel like 4 feet is legally
Is
little
it?
person. I think so.
I thought it's if you under like.
Like not children, heighted adults. That's what I mean.
Yeah, but they're not like children. So
Like 5, like 4'6" to 5.
Is short.
Yeah, scary.
Oh.
Okay.
Those are my scary people.
Okay.
oh, it's like The Rock in that movie, The Rundown, where he gets beat up by all the
No,
small
I don't
people.
think they're scary as much as like I am just scared of them. You know,
I don't know how that grammatically works.
like
Okay.
I wouldn't want to be on the wrong side of them. Like I'm okay with being on the
Fair
good
enough.
side of them.
Fair enough.
Yeah, like
Um,
I'm not scared to be around you. Like I just don't want there to be a problem between us because then I'm scared of like what might happen
So-
because they're so fast.
So it's the difference of like getting in an argument with a regular person versus getting in an argument with a little person. One is worse than the other.
Do you want to be on the bad side of the rock?
Nah.
No,
I wouldn't want
Probably
to.
not. Like,
Okay.
I'm okay with that, but like, don't put me on the wrong side.
He's good with that.
you're okay with that.
Like, don't put me on the wrong side of like Cat Williams or Kevin Hart. Like, they're fast, quick, nimble creatures. Bro.
Yo, I think The Rock would demolish Kevin Hart.
You gotta catch me.
I think he can.
I think
You
he
gotta hold
can.
him.
I think he can.
Watch the sweat. Just watch the sweat.
Yo, that's crazy.
Slippery, man.
You say that now until he's sleeping on the floor.
That's just a defensive mechanism they use.
They're impervious to being knocked out.
No, they just act like they're sleeping. That's like a part of the.
Oh, they have
shit.
like a different evolutionary traits
Because they're so close to the ground.
Right.
Okay.
They're like armadillos.
Do they have like better control of gravity?
You ever heard of playing possum? That's what that is.
Oh, that's where that came from.
Yeah, man.
I thought it came from actual possums.
Right.
Possums, short people.
Same shit.
Right. Like when they see bigger people, they just latch on and get from destination to destination, jump off. Like possums.
Like a human taxi service. That's crazy. Oh my God, yo, we're gonna get canceled. I gotta stop this.
Yeah.
Human backpacks.